Vicky here with you, and today we're here for day 17 of 30 inks in 30 days, and today we're starting the use of the Waterman ink from Inkflight, and the first one is going to be Harmonious Green. And I got a tip from Marsha, which I think is just brilliant, and I was so excited about it because it's just perfect. I had purchased a bunch of three bottles of Shikiori, empty bottles from Pen Chalet, and I purchased these because I figured they were going to be the perfect thing to fill out to send some inks to my dad. But with COVID and everything, we haven't been able to see each other, so I still have them. And she mentioned that these bottles fit the ink sample perfectly, and check that out, it's just perfect. So I might have to find another bottle for my dad because I'm gonna be using this for this. And wait, okay, so my daughter was trying to call on Messenger, which is not the right time because I'm filming. Okay, so we're going to be using this trick, and I'm very, very happy about it. And thank you so much, Marsha, for mentioning it and how perfect that I had those bottles. She also mentioned that there was the possibility of lipstick holders. I didn't think about that. Like if you have many bottles, so that would be very clever. I might check that out when I go to the dollar store. I think they have a little clear rack that you can put on top of your cosmetic things. And the worst is I had a set that came with one of those, and I gave that part away because I wasn't using it and I didn't know how to use it. Because none of my bottles for crafting fit in it, but if I had known that I would go into this so much, I would have kept it. So for this first pen vintage, I'm using my Pelikan M120. This is a pen that I purchased on eBay, and it's all Mary's fault that I've been purchasing pens on eBay, because she mentioned vintage pens and stuff, and then I started looking at them, and then I ended up purchasing a bunch. So I blame her for it. You always need somebody to blame, right? I mean, can't be responsible for the fact that I'm making purchases. Not that I need to, you know, find anybody to place the blame. I'm a big girl, I can admit, but you know, it's also nice to say that clearly I've been enabled, and clearly I'm easily enabled. so we still have quite a lot of ink in there. We're just gonna close it for the time being so that we do this, which is this is my first time using this pen, and it seems to write quite well, and clearly I didn't clean it properly because I'm getting ink all over me. That's the part of filling up a pen directly inside, and I always end up with a ton of ink on myself. Just part of the fun, I guess. Okay, so we will let this sit for a few seconds, and we're gonna do the splash. And I just love this little thing to hold my bottle. That's like so neat, and so much better than what I was using, because like clearly you can see this is rolling around, whereas this, it's not going anywhere. So very clever. I don't know how you found that trick, if somebody told it to you, or you just discovered it by yourself because you were in need of a container, but thank you so much for sharing it. I really appreciate it. This is very pretty ink. And I'm keeping the other samples that Sarah sent for later, because I figured that those will be probably inks that I will be keep on using. The rest, well, because, you know, April's gonna finish, and probably some of those pens will carry on into May. And the ones that she sent are all inks that I really love, so I'll be happy to carry them into May. This one though is like very pretty. It definitely would be an ink that I could carry into something else. So I'm gonna have to check to possibly get this one, because I've been looking into what type of inks to put in vintage pens, and from what I see, Waterman is definitely a company that would be good for vintage pens. And basically you just have to watch out for the pH, from what I've read and from what I've heard from Wasky Squirrel. I think that's how he pronounces it. So today we're using Waterman, and it's Harmonious green. And we're April 17, 2021, and I'm using my Pelikan M120. And it's supposed to be a medium nib, but I feel it looks more like a, maybe it's a calligraphy medium, because it feels more like a stub. So I would tend to say calligraphy. So we will be writing this one. Hopefully I'm going to be able to fit it, which is sonnet, it's sonnet 43. Don't remember, is the L 50? I think so. And the X before it would make it 40. So I would say 43, but I might be wrong. I haven't done like much with Roman numbers in a while. This is a fun pen to use. It's quite small. I would tend to say that I would probably want to post it, just so that it feels a bit heavier. So how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height. My soul can reach when feeling out of sight. For the ends of being, and I Deal Grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need by sun and candlelight. The chromatography is fantastic for this ink. I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's looking really awesome. I love the freely as men strive for right. I love the purely as the turn from praise. I love the with the passion put to use. I like the shading too that it gives in this pen. In my old griefs, and whoops, and with my childhood faith. I love thee with a love I seemed to lose. I have to take my time when writing with this this nib. It does a better job when I do take my time. With my lost saints, I love the with the breath smiles, tears of all my life. And if God chooses, I shall but love the better after death. So you can see it's really cool. I like the difference in the writing, and when I take my time, it's a lot nicer than when I go fast. It's going to take me some getting used to writing with this pen, but it is a really nice experience, so I'm happy I got it, especially used on eBay. And I don't know how old it is, but it's saying that it was vintage, so a vintage can be, I mean, I'm vintage and I don't feel that old, so yeah. Who knows? So you can see that it says Pelikan 120, and yeah, I'm quite pleased with my purchase. I'm super pleased with this. This turned out really cool, and wait until you see the chromatography of this ink. Wow, check that out. There's a lot of blue inside of this. It's very, very surprising. So yeah, I really liked seeing this. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you do have those bottles and you're looking for older, that's a great way of doing it, and very cheaply, because I mean, if I remember correctly, it cost me $2 to have this empty bottle, which I thought it's perfect because it's 20 milliliters, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 20 milliliters, so it would be perfect to share an ink with my dad. So I might have to get some more empty bottles now that I've seen this trick, so that I can actually still send him some extra ink. So that is it for me. Hope you have a fabulous day, and see you tomorrow. Bye.